Yes. So welcoming each and everyone back to this segment, Glimpses of the Glorious Past on the 26th of January. In this segment, for those who do not already know, we go through the years since the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism started his public life, and we see the various activities and contributions that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has offered to the world while manifesting his avataric mission, which is the revival of authentic Hinduism through the establishment of the Sri Kailasa nation. So without further ado, we'll be jumping into the first year of today's segment. So starting in the year 2004, on the 26th of January, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, expounded on the cosmic principle of love during the Everyday Life Talk, the Nithyananda Satsang. In this talk, entitled Flirting with the Divine, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed the true meaning of love. He explained that love is a person's basic quality, and when one thinks of love as an act or quantity, one will not be able to love continuously because it becomes tiresome. He shared further that when one is not able to do something continuously, he starts expecting it from others, and when he or she expects love from others, it leads to possessiveness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further shared that love can be expressed in so many ways, even in the punishment. Love can be expressed. He explained, when one falls in love with an ordinary being, it is conceiving oneself in the Muladhara Chakra. Flirting with the divine makes a person raise in love and enter into the formless energy, conceiving oneself in the Sahasrara Chakra. So a very important satsang from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about love, something that each and everyone can benefit from. This having the right understanding of what love is of extreme importance. So inviting each and everyone to go listen to this talk, this discourse from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. This talk was done in Los Angeles on the 26th of January 2004. So what is the difference between attention need, love, and the various forms of love? Something that each and everyone will highly benefit from. So inviting each and everyone to go listen to this discourse from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
We will now be entering into the 26th of January 2005, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has expanded on the Atma, body and mind, the Shiva Sutra Satsang, where Atma in Sanskrit is the word for soul. So the soul, body and mind, and the difference, most of us confuse between the three, and we are not sure about the distinction between the three. So let us now hear from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on the truths on Atma, body and mind.
This is your Atman, mind, body. The moment you get the peer pressure, you start comparing yourself with others, means you are on the mind level. You identify yourself with your mind. The moment you identify yourself with this mind, you start comparing yourself with other minds, with other bodies. So your pressure, for example, if you perform 10 hours per day, they perform 20 hours per day. You get the pressure. You get the pressure. The moment you drop, you escape, you reach the source of energy and you start performing 24 hours plus something. 24 hours plus something. And you create the pressure to them which they can never come. They can never keep up. Simple key, drop. But as long as you keep the pressure, you will be only in the mind. Because the mind is created by these pressures. By these 7 items, what? That fantasies and imagination, fear, and these are all the things which creates mind. See, it is just a boundaryless whole planet Earth. The whole planet Earth is there, which creates your house. 4 walls. 4 walls. The 4 walls are these 6 problems, 7 problems. Fantasy becomes 1 wall for your being. Fear becomes the other wall. Worrying becomes the 3rd wall. Then the attention need from others, recognition, name and fame becomes the 4th wall. The comparison becomes the 5th wall. Ego becomes to prove yourself as something superior, becomes the 6th wall. And deep discontentment, 7th wall, over. That is what creates your boundary. If you break these walls, the whole world is yours. You are the owner of the whole world. You are Atman. When you create these boundaries, 7 walls, what happens? You are already in cage. In cage. So just erase these walls. You will express such a tremendous energy. The moment you put this cage, you are no more Atma. You are just become mind.
The mind is a calculator for
Whole thing. Mind does the whole game. Actually, one side mind gives you the inspiration, peer pressure. Other side it drains you. Simply, the peer pressure drains you. And the mind just gives desires and takes away the energy to enjoy. If you drop the desire, you will have the energy to enjoy. But life is paradox. It's just paradox. So, understand, just be a little more intelligent.
Yes. So let us now enter into the next year, the 26th of January 2006. Here we have a few pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spending time with the Gurukul kids. So one of the most important dimension of the work of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is naturally to revive authentic Hinduism and to transmit it to the next generation. So here we can see just that the Nithyananda Gurukul and the Gurukul kids are those children who decided to give their life for the sake of authentic Hinduism and learn about these higher principles, the truths of life from the very young age, which is naturally the best time in order to listen to all that, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that when you are a child, your identity is not yet formed. So receiving these principles as you are building your identity makes you build the most amazing and dharmic identity. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spending time physically with some of the Gurukul kids and imparting the knowledge as well as his love and compassion and energy onto these Gurukul kids.
So here we have the next year, which is the 26th of January 2007, where we can see again the supreme point of Hinduism exactly on the same day, spending time with the Gurukul kids again, as this is a beautiful time right after the Thaipusam, the celebration of Bhagavan Subramanya, and the supreme point of Hinduism is imparting the knowledge and the sacred secrets and just having a casual time. Of course, as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism beautifully says, it is during these casual sittings when the Upanishad happens as sitting with the master, just by that silence and just by the bliss radiated in that silence, all the knowledge gets imparted. And many of us can have heard stories of Bhagavan Sri Krishna or Bhagavan Rama being in the Gurukuls and how Vasishtha or Vishwamitra used to teach them. And here we can see physically in our time how the knowledge is imparted from the Guru to disciple. As we can see, the whole world is now corrupted by the Macaulay system of education, as he introduced this very corrupt system which is misleading billions of children around the globe, and the supreme pontiff of Hinduism is now reviving the authentic form of that education, which is the Gurukul system of education, where the guru and disciple, the guru and shishya, the master and disciple, are in this intimate waters where literally just by the presence and initiation of the guru, all the knowledge gets downloaded, and not just by memorizing or just out of the fear of the examination, just mugging up all the knowledge. The knowledge is experientially taught to the Gurukul kids, and the context of why they are learning what they are learning is given by the Guru. So, here, as we know, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from the early years of 2005, 2006, and 7 has began the revival of the Gurukul system of education, and now we have the Gurukul, the physical Gurukul in many places, and the e-Gurukul in over 100 countries, where all of you also can be a part of this beautiful happening, where if you want your kids to enjoy this space of the ancient, age-old Vedic education, you can surely reach out to us on the comments on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll be happy to guide you on how you can enroll in the e-Gurukul, where just by sitting, your child sitting on a laptop or computer can also get this knowledge directly from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So here we can see the instances of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spending time with the Gurukul kids on the 26th of January 2007.
Entering now into the next year, on the year 2009, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Kalpataru program in Chennai. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, especially in his early days, did lots of traveling outside the country, around the world, and also inside the country, in the South India, as well as other parts of India. Here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the city of Chennai conducting the Kalpataru program. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has designed various types of programs as per what Paramashiva revealed in the Agamas, and making these programs available, reaching out to people, enriching the world, which is what the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism considers as the biggest blind spot that Hinduism has had in the last hundreds of years, and has caused the decay of Hinduism due to the persecution and everything. So here we reaching out to people, enriching and causing enriching. So here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you can see conducting the program physically in a hall in Chennai. The Kalpataru program is a program which reveals the science of how to manifest your desires. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism during this program not only shares the science of how to manifest your desires, but he guides physically and individually each and every one into a process with various steps where you identify the desires you want, the obstacles which are responsible for that desire not to manifest, how to clear those obstacles, and ultimately how through the Kundalini awakening, through the blessing of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you can manifest the desire you want in your life. So here we can see on the picture on the right, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism guiding each and every one into the meditation part of the program. So people being blindfolded, sitting with themselves and experiencing the inner world. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is always reaching out to people in as many forms as he can. And here we can see how, especially during those days, he used to travel to city, from place to place, conduct programs during the day, darshans during the night, travel to the next place, and starting this again and again all over again. So here we can have a glimpse of just that in the city of Chennai.
We are now moving on to the next year, which is the 26th of January 2010, where we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Kalpataru program in Mumbai. As Ashtoshananda Maharaj was saying, continuously the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is traveling to impart this knowledge of the Vedic sciences in various different cities. And it is the Kalpataru program is a beautiful program where you learn how to manifest the reality. It is not just the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the blessing, but teaching you how you can manifest your reality. Nowadays, when we go to a psychiatrist or a doctor, they do not teach you how to make the medicine. They only give you the medicine so you can come back again and again to them. But here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as told in the Vedas and Agamas, is teaching us the science of manifesting our reality and not just giving us the boons and blessings, but giving us ourselves the science where we can manifest our boons, our wishes, our realities as a reality in our lives. So here we can see one such instance where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is conducting the Kalpataru program in Mumbai, India.
So let us now enter into the next year, the year 2011, on the 26th of January. So here we can see the living incarnation, avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, diving into the Patanjali Sutras on Ashtanga Yoga, which gives solutions for one of the major problems all seekers face in the life, uncovering your inner light. The last sutra dealt with the science of absorbing prana, or life energy, without any unnecessary load on your system. If you can absorb the highest frequency in your body without thoughts being awakened, that is what Patanjali calls as pranayama. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has expanded on so many various scriptures and revelations of rishis and masters of the past, mapping this sacred knowledge into something that is user-friendly and easily digestible for each and every one of us today, according to the mental setups we have created for ourselves in today's world. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and especially on the dimension of pranayama. What is pranayama, and how we can breathe without generating any thoughts, and how when that kind of breathing happens in us, when this pranayama happens in us, how the life energy is infused in the system, and how we can start to experience our inner light. So naturally, whenever we start to seek for the ultimate, whenever we start to seek for our ultimate self, for oneness with Paramashiva, for devotion and surrender with the Guru, so all this leads to the experience of the inner light. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving insights and guidance on how we can experience our inner light. And like mentioned here, which is the major problem that each seeker faces in their seeking. So inviting each and everyone to go on Nithyandapedia and listen to this satsang, to this enlightening discourse from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, again on the 26th of January 2011.
We are now entering into the 26th of January 2012, where we can see the talks from the morning satsang on Jan 25th at Bidadi Ashram, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan Krishna's inner space was filled by the Upanishads. That is why they say Bhagavan is a milkman who got the milk from the Upanishads and gave the nectar in the form of Gita. Is it true? Please understand. Good mental pattern is good in your life, but your intention to change from any pattern to another is more good, and discrimination capacity is more good. Finally, consciousness is the highest. It means what? If you are making decisions in your life every day from good mental pattern, you are a conflict-free person. You do not have conflicts. If you are making your decisions out of will, you are a powerful person. If you are making your decisions out of discrimination, you are on higher side and a higher scale of morality. But if you're making decisions out of consciousness, you are a Jivan Mukta. Understand, Bhagavan is teaching you the science of making decisions in your life. So here on the 26th of January 2012, we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explaining the truths revealed by Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Sri Krishna is talking about how we can be in the space of consciousness, which is the highest, which is the purest space that each one of us carry inside ourselves, and taking the decisions of our life. It might be as small as choosing what coffee you want in the morning, or whether you want to take sannyas or live a married life. All the decisions that you take in your life, take it from that space of consciousness as a Jivan Mukta, which means living, the being who is living enlightenment. So, if all the viewers would like to hear more on the satsang, all of us can log on to Nithyanandapedia and type this date of the 26th of January 2012, where we can see the live transcript of the whole satsang and also the YouTube link where we can watch the satsang on YouTube.
So entering now into the next year, 2013, we'll be having a glimpse of the video, the satsang, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, satsang, or here perhaps session from the program conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So without further ado, let us listen to the sacred truths revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in this live session.
Let us start. Now we will work on the crown center. The thought current of discontentment, frustration. When you lack involving with others' life, the crown center collapses. Please understand. If you make the responsibility as a lifestyle, involving with others' life with responsibility, the only way you can awaken the crown center, once your crown center is awakened, you live like a god. The only way your crown center is awakened is by living the fourth fundamental truth about living enlightenment, enriching yourself and others continuously. What I mean by the word enriching is you taking responsibility with integrity and authenticity that you are committed to continuously enriching, making difference to yourself and to others. Listen. You taking responsibility with integrity and authenticity that you are committed to continuously enriching, making a difference to yourself and to others. Enriching is your commitment to the possibility of living yourself and life around you in a space of expansion and completion. Enriching is your commitment to the possibility of living a life of enlightenment. See, when you learn to enrich yourself and others, you live a life of solution, not of problems. A Chandala lives only with problems. A Brahmana lives only with solutions. Kshatriya makes problems, Vaishya solves problems. But even Vaishya and Kshatriya does not have solution. They take it only from Brahmana. Enriching is your commitment to the possibility of being superhuman, living continuously the divine consciousness. Do not give up on yourself and give up on others. That is the secret of enriching. Understand? Don't give up on you and don't give up on others. Meena Joshi is asking, Swamiji looks very tired, like he needs a good sleep. How is he going to meet 280 questions for Kalabhairava? Meena Joshi, don't worry. Once Kalabhairava enters, sleep, everything disappears. I myself disappear. What about sleep? Meena, you don't need to worry. Kalabhairava handles. Akashic reading is the easiest thing for me. I just need to keep quiet. He will do the whole thing. The master key to practice enriching you and others is don't give up on yourself. I don't give up on me and I don't give up on others. I don't give up on me and I don't give up on others. Please understand. How strongly you are going to remind yourself not to give up on you and others. That is going to make the success of your life, and that is going to keep your crown center alive, Sahasrara alive. Let's work on this exercise, then you will understand this tattva, enriching others.
Yes. So after having listened from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, we can now move on to the year 2014 on the 26th of January. As part of today's morning satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism describes how we can use Jnana Shakti, the energy of realization, in our daily lives. When Jnana Shakti is infused into our desires and Kundalini Shakti is added, many of our desires can become reality and without any effort on our part. We can learn this science in the Kalpataru Darshan given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us all participate in the Kalpataru Darshan and get the power into our hands to make our reality as we desire. So this is what we were sharing about a little bit earlier, about how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is not only giving us an opportunity to get a glimpse of the Kundalini awakening through his blessings and darshan, but where he also imparts the science of how to manifest our desires so that we can start to implement it in our life for every desire that we decide to cherish. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on Jnana Shakti and Kundalini Shakti. So inviting each and every one, if you want to know the science revealed by Paramashiva and the rishis in the various scriptures of Hinduism, go and listen to this discourse again going on Nityandapedia on the 26th of January 2014. You'll be guided towards this satsang given by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about this very important science, as manifesting our desires is what we seek to do throughout our lives. So surely being imparted this knowledge is an extremely powerful contribution to our lives and to others.
Let us now enter into the year 26th of January 2015 and see the various happenings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this day.
Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shivane, Arunachalane, Annamalaye Potri. Hara Hara Shivane, Arunachalane, Annamalaye Potri. Shiva Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Shiva Harane Sona Chalane Annamalaye Potri. Shiva Shiva Harane Sona Chalane Annamalaye Potri.
Today the Vedic lifestyle introduction tour to sacred arts. To all the Nitya Kriya Yoga participants, I'll give you guys the tour, an intro to Vedic lifestyle.
இன்னைக்கு மார்னிங் வந்து சேக்ரட் ஆர்ட்ஸ் விசிட் போயிருந்தோம். ரொம்ப அருமையாக இருந்தது. எப்படி எனக்கு மனசில் என்ன பட்டது அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், நான் சரித்திரத்தில் படிச்சிருக்கிறேன். நம்ம சோழ வம்சத்தில் பல்லவர்களும் சோழர்களும் நிறைய கோயில் கட்டினாங்க, கற்சிலைகளால் கோயில் கட்டினாங்கன்னு படிச்சிருக்கிறேன். அதை வந்து நான் இங்கே நேரடியாக பார்த்தேன். நம்ம சுவாமிஜி கோயில் கட்டுறதுக்காகவும் நம்ம இந்து பாரம்பரியத்துக்காகவும் எவ்வளோ பெரிய பொறுப்பு எடுத்து அவங்க செய்துட்ருக்குறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத கண்ணார பார்க்க முடிஞ்சது.
So having seen with this Nityananda times where we could see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving a tour of the sacred arts, the university, Sacred Arts University, which is making everything related to deities, from the deities themselves to all the jewelries and everything which is required in order to engage with the deities. So entering now into the next year, the year 2016, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving the Nitya Satsang on the Ishavasya Upanishads, the mantra 17. In the Living Advaita series, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism verbalizes the realizations of the rishis, the perfected sages of Hinduism, who uttered this mantra. Our breathing pattern is our life. It can never lie, for it reveals to the siddhas, the raw enlightened beings, the secrets of our mind and beyond. In other words, our guilt, fear of incompletions alters our breathing patterns. Using breathing patterns and achieving extraordinary powers and enlightenment was one of the important sciences of the Hindu tradition. Through this mantra, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives the profound practice of 21 nights, days, to continuously make our breathing pattern, Vayu, our individual life energy, to merge and dissolve into the cosmic breathing. The cosmic breathing pattern, Anilam, to experience the nectar of the cosmic life breath, Amritam. So inviting each and everyone to watch this video to learn this practice directly revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from the pure source of the Upanishads. So again, inviting each and everyone to go and listen to this very important discourse, giving us a technique that we can follow for 21 days and beyond in order to alter our breathing pattern and experience oneness with the cosmic breathing pattern, giving us the experience of Amritam, of nectar. So allowing that experience to blossom inside of our body, inside of us, through this very simple yet amazing technique revealed by the rishis, the perfected sages in this mantra of the Ishavasya Upanishad. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that these rishis are completely pure in the way they reveal these sacred truths. They do not have vested interests into what they share. Whatever they saw from the space of samadhi, from the space of oneness with Paramashiva, whatever was revealed, that only was mapped and shared with the world through these Upanishads. So it is the most purest knowledge, or the purest mapping of the ultimate truths experienced by the rishis of the past. So inviting each and everyone to go listen and practice this technique in order to experience oneness with the cosmic breath and allowing the awakening and the happening of Amritam, nectar, to happen in your system.
Let us now move into the next year, which is the 26th of January 2017, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiates the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul into the power of levitation. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism giving the initiation into the power of levitation. And as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism says, it is not out of the sadhana, the spiritual practice, or it is not out of the tapas that we are doing that all these powers are manifesting. It is just out of the pure space of receptivity and space of devotion that we carry, and of course through the diksha, the initiation of the guru, that the powers start manifesting. Many of you would have seen during the first session where the Acharya would have demonstrated the power of body scanning in the first session, and so many such powers you would have seen if you're following the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And it is just out of that space of pure devotion and gratitude when we sit and when the diksha happens, when the initiation happens, immediately the biomemory and the bioenergy gets programmed to manifest the powers. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiating the Balasans into the power of levitation, which is the power where through the right breathing and through the Kundalini Shakti, when it hits the Sahasrara, literally the body starts becoming light, and no more the impact on gravity is felt by the body. So it was a beautiful initiation where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism told all of us to sit on a weighing scale, and as we were sitting we could see the weight. For example, if we were around 40 kilograms or 100 pounds, we would see that it slowly starts dropping, and the end goal is to make it literally zero and for the body to raise off the ground. So this was a beautiful initiation, and if all of you would like to manifest the Shaktis, the various powers, you can also experience it in the upcoming Paramashivoham level 3 program, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will be initiating all of us into the various 463 powers which Bhagavan Paramashiva has revealed in the Vedas and Agamas, and even you can experience all those powers. So if you want to attend or if you want to join the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, you can log on to kailasa.org/Paramashivoham, and you can put your intention for attending the Paramashivoham Level 3 program, and the Acharyas will then be contacting you on how you can participate in the program.
So entering now into the year 2018 on the 26th of January, we can see some few pictures of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism along with some disciples. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the visionary through whom this whole revival of Kailasa is made possible. His Divine Holiness blessed on this day hundreds of delegates with energy darshan during the Nithyanandam convention at the Bengaluru Adinam. So like mentioned in the previous years, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting various types of programs, reaching out to people, and especially in those years, making the science of paramanifestation available and a personal experience to each of the participants. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blissfully conducting the Nithyanandam Convention, Nithyanandam program in Adi Kailasa, the eastern headquarters of the east of the whole Sri Kailasa nation. So inviting each and everyone to go listen to the various talks the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given on manifesting powers, as when we raise our consciousness to higher states of consciousness, and as we experience the various parallel universes and vertical time zones, the power manifestation starts to happen in our life. And this is how we remember our highest identity and the possibilities and powers which this higher identity can manifest. So very important in the path of a seeker to experience those things and ultimately experience the pure oneness with Paramashiva, with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Let us now move into the 26th of January 2019, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed that Paramashiva is not only operating through his body, but also through his Divya Shariras, mediums, and declared every single person born blind or visually impaired will be given this spiritual support absolutely free of cost. So let us now see a short video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on the concept of Divya Sharira, the operating of the incarnation not only through the physical 6 feet body but through the various mediums.
Paramashiva is going to reveal the next 2 important sciences to the world. It's already ready. Science of alchemy and science of Indrajala. Indrajala is Hindu magic. Understand? Indrajala is the Hindu magic. Not like ordinary magics, where they put a cloth and the cloth is so thin or black and you don't even know the cloth exists. That is more like using the matter. But the Indrajala is not about matter. It's completely different. Using the great combination of light, sound, energies with alchemy products, demonstrating something which is not permanent externally but permanent internally is called Indrajala.
In magic, you are shown something which does not exist. In Indrajala, you are shown something which exists in a higher plane, not in the lower plane, not in the plane you exist. So this is called Indrajala. One Indrajala is like having a specific camphor which will be kept in Agni Gunta, Homa Gunta. Only if you utter that Agni mantra, it will catch the fire automatically. So it is not like ordinary magic. If you utter any other word, it will not catch fire. It will automatically start burning only if you utter that Agni mantra, Vanni mantra, proper pronunciation. It will automatically start burning. So this is one of the Indrajala. Like this, the Indrajala, science of Indrajala and science of alchemy is going to be revealed next. I'm going to personally handpick the Gurukul kids and train them on the science of Indrajala and science of alchemy, Rasavada and Indrajala. The science was given to Sabda Rishis by Paramashiva himself, especially under our banyan tree in Kailasa. The very banyan tree in Kailasa, there are 7 huge rocks in Ramanagara hill. Under each rock there is a huge cave. There each rishis, that Sabda Rishis lived with their family. Every morning they will come here for their puja. Paramashiva used to teach them this knowledge and they will go back and stay in their caves. That is why those Sabdarishi caves there. So this Indrajala and Rasavada,
So entering after having heard from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism about the Hindu magic Indrajala, let us now move on to the next year, 2020. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the cosmic principle of Nadakala, is the source principle through which manifestation happens during the everyday Nithyananda Satsang. His Divine Holiness explained how Kayakalpa Yoga is nothing but working under the principle of sound and by sitting in Manonmana. At sacred places, one can reach Kailasa. So if you wish to know more about the science of Kayakalpa and how you can be part of it, inviting you to go on this day, as more information will be there and the satsang will also be made available. So being in a space of inner silence, Manonmana, in sacred places, that raises you to a space where you can reach Kailasa. So inviting each and everyone who is interested to go listen and start imbibing these cognitions in your daily life in order to experience the power of Kayakalpa. We can also see a few pictures of the darshans of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this day. And we are now coming to the end of this wonderful segment where we go through the Lila Dhyana, the various happenings of the life of the avatar of Paramashiva, 1008th avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So let us now get ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Let us sit straight with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close our eyes and unclutch from all the mental activities, from everything that has happened